Hello and welcome to my channel, Ndi Igbo. It is quite a sad day. It has happened, but I want to pass some message to you. It is not the end of the world. I just want to talk about this particular case for the sake of records. It is important because in this channel we have records of the whole thing. So today in Abuja, the Federal High Court delivered what we call long-awaited judgment. It has passed from hand to hand. It's like, when will this be finalized? So today they finalized the case involving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. This ruling, it marks an important legal moment in Nigeria, and as expected, emotions are high across the country, especially among people from the southeast. I could predict what the outcome would be from time when I saw the way it's going. And I understand that many of our viewers have followed this case for years, and today's decision may feel heavy. But on IGBO AREA TV, our commitment is to bring clarity, calmness and truth, so that our people will stay informed, strong and hopeful. You need to know about how it went. So inside the courtroom, the atmosphere was tense. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in detention for a long period, expressed frustration, actually, just like everybody, several times, and he disagreed openly with Justice James Omotosho on legal points. These moments led the judge to temporarily halt the proceedings. We saw what happened. Such tension is not unusual in a high-profile case that carried deep political and emotional meaning for millions of people. The charges examined by the court centered on terrorism-related offenses under Nigeria's Terrorism Prevention Act. So according to the court, these charges were connected to broadcasts, instructions, and activities linked to unrest in parts of the country. Now, no matter the side you take in this matter, it is important to understand that terrorism cases in Nigeria are interpreted, they are strict on it. So the court emphasized that national security laws, whether we agree or not, were applied according to their written status. For many who support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these allegations have always been viewed differently, as political, as part of a struggle for self-determination, or as a way to express their frustration within the Nigerian system. And the court, however, focused strictly on legal definitions contained in the Act and the evidences placed before it. At the end of the review, the court delivered a life imprisonment sentence on the terrorism count, while other charges carried lower terms. For many, this decision may be disappointing. For others, it brings closure to a long legal journey. Remember, he has been detained there for getting to 5 years. But one thing remains true. This case is far from the end of the conversation. And in law, sentencing is not the final chapter. It is essential for us to remember that Nigeria's legal system allows appeal, just like several countries. The next court to appeal to, I think, is the Supreme Court. I think so. So today's ruling is not the end of the road. And cases of this magnitude often evolve with time. They are also, don't think it's the end for those who wants to rejoice. No. Cases like this, with time, There could be political negotiations and national dialogue. What is decided today can be revisited tomorrow and even reversed. There could be pardon. Public reaction, diplomacy, and regional leadership still play major roles in the future of this issue. It is not the end, though. So it's not the end. This is not the end of it. Many past political security cases in Nigeria have ended through political solutions, not courtroom solutions. Example exists across administrations. So don't think it's, I know some people are calling a party already. This is not the end of it, though. And for Ndi Igbo supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this moment calls for patience, unity, and emotional stability. The future is still open. The Southeast remains peaceful, and leaders across Nigeria continue to call for dialogue, healing, and long-term political solutions. The court also touched on a few legal principles. Questions about how Kanu was brought back into Nigeria. It can be addressed severally through civil processes. The right to appeal remains untouched. Remember, the defense can still challenge any part of today's ruling. Just like I told you, this is not the end of it. Apart from just appealing, there are, But the fact is that the ruling today will generate discussions. And some will feel hot, some will feel relieved. But across the Southeast tonight, one message is clear. Our people must remain calm, peaceful, united, and prayerful. The legal journey continues, actually. The political journey continues. The conversation about justice, fairness, and the Nigerian project continues. So we encourage our viewers not to be downcast. History shows that legal outcomes can change. Leaders can intervene. Yes, leaders, even the leader of the country can intervene, and national decisions can evolve. As always, IGBO AREA TV will keep bringing balanced, factual updates without fear, without propaganda, and without giving false hope. We remain committed to the truth and the peace of our people. This is IGBO AREA TV. On Ndi Igbo.
Determination. There was also a further and better affidavit and my reply on points of law filed in answer to the respondent's counter affidavit and written address. My Lord, I respectfully urge your Lordship to deem all these processes as argued and to grant the reliefs exactly as set out on the motion paper. And in a brief overview of what is contained in my motion, my Lord, my contention is very simple. That ab initio, this court lacks jurisdiction to try me. That this very court is a material defiance of an appellate court judgment, the Supreme Court, with specific regards to count 7, which does not exist in the laws of this very country, and which the Supreme Court mandated this very court to amend. That hasn't happened. The presence of count 7 on this charge sheet, my Lord, nullifies this entire proceedings completely and totally. Because count 7, my Lord, does not exist in the laws of this very country. When I reply on points of law, I will make specific references to the ratio that came down from the Supreme Court, where my Lord Lawal Garba explicitly stated that count 7 should be changed. That hasn't been done, my Lord, and this court is in contempt of the Supreme Court binding order. My Lord,
which law says you can try me an unwritten law? Show me, you cannot show me, and you're a judge. You claim you're a judge. You don't know law. You don't know law. Nonsense. Where is the final written address? Where is it? Which law gave you the right to waive my final written address? Which law gave you that right? Nonsense. You go take and try this. You want to try with me. You want to try to do this. You tell you. What is not doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Master? What are you doing here? Don't touch me. Don't push me. I'm telling you, don't touch. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me. Don't. Mad people. You don't know law. Show me where he says he can hold my right hand. Show me the law. Show me the law. Omotosho, show me the law. You don't know law. They are nothing new. You're writing rubbish. Show me the law. Unaddressed affidavit. You say you are doing their job for them. Which law says you can? Criminals. Any now and forever. Criminals. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment in this court is rubbish. Ask him where is the law. Ask Omotosho, where is the law? Where is the law?